Hey Design Squad, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a 3-in-1 get ready with me. So you're going to see me do hair, makeup, and outfits. I'm not going to do too much talking. I am in my new space, as you can tell, or you may not be able to tell because you know your girl still got the same furniture or whatever. But I'm not exactly sure if I'm liking the filming setup just yet. I still have some playing around to do, but you know, I gotta start back working, okay? Because you're gonna understand why I gotta start back working in a few, because this is also going to be like a story time. It's nothing dramatic, it's not real juicy or anything like that, you know, I'm sorry, but it's just gonna be like a little mini story time on, you know, just how my move went and how stressful the process was. So this is probably not going to stay like this, but y'all can definitely let me know in the comments below, like if you like this type of, like, you know, vibe and, you know, look that I got going on. This video is sponsored by UNiceHair. Shout out to them for sponsoring today's video. This unit here is from UNiceHair. It's their 13x4 26-inch body wave wig, which your girl is loving. Okay, like this is beautiful. Yes ma'am. I really didn't have to do anything to this wig whatsoever. You guys are going to see the process. So if you are new here, hey girl, I do videos on beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. So if you like what you see, like my vibe or personality or whatever, make sure you click the subscribe button down below, as well as that notification bell. It notifies you each and every time I upload a video. And don't forget to follow me at iDESIGN8 on Instagram so you can catch some of my fashion posts as well as life updates over there. So yes, without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Alright you guys, so I am working in this is my first video in the new setting. I don't have really much stuff in here, so sorry if there is an echo, but I'm trying to see if this, like, my filming setup is just weird right now, so it's completely different from the last. Not too much, but kind of. So I'm trying to figure out if this is something that I want to work with or not. So bear with me. You know, I may have some things that like changes over the next, you know, few weeks or whatever as I play around with it. But I've literally been trying to like unpack and stuff. My hair is so dirty. But I've literally been trying to like unpack and, you know, all that good stuff or whatever. So I really haven't been worried about like my filming setup just yet, which I need to. So right now I'm just gonna take some Got To Be ultra glued styling gel here and just gonna put that on my edges to slick them back. I'm gonna take this cap right here Alright you guys, so here is the wig. It is a 13x4 body wave wig, and I'm going to insert a little clip on how it looks right out the package. It was like a body wave, and I did wash it this morning and I just blow dried it. So this is how it looks blow dried. Actually blow dried very well. Like, it looks very straight, so I know that it would straighten very nicely. It's like, this is how the lace look. I did not bleach the knots or anything like that. I'm just going to put powder over it, and it does have 3 combs, so 2 here at the top and then 1 at the bottom, and then also it has the drawstrings. But I am going to take the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the matte poreless powder, and this is in the color 360, and this is just how that looks. Okay, as you can see, just put it all over. So it's gonna take some time. All right, and then this is just how this looks. Girl, why do I have like such a hard time, you know, recording? Okay, like today has really been just a rough day, you guys. Like, I'm sitting here, it's 2 o'clock, and I literally got up at 7:30 to have like a very productive day, and I couldn't find my battery to actually record. And now, like, look at this, like some of the powder went through the hair. So, but whatever, we move, okay, we move. I'm probably gonna do like a middle part. And then I'm gonna fix this portion. So I'm gonna take some Nairobi foaming lotion. And I'm just going to like place it right here just to kind of lay this hair down. And then I'm gonna take this Style Factor Edge Booster, and it looks like this. And let me just take this hot comb. So I'm gonna cut like 2 little slits. One right here. One right here. A little bit more. You always make me feel like home, yeah. You never leave my thoughts alone, yeah. You're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. So I like doing these hair videos, to be honest with you, because like, you know, I like the outcome because I feel like I always do a good job, like, you know, like for my level, okay? Like I'm very much like beginner, and I still feel like I do like a, you know, a pretty good job or whatever. While I'm curling this hair, let me give you guys some tea. So as you guys know, I don't know if you know or not, or if you're new to my channel, I did recently move. Moving around the holidays is not the move, girl, okay? Not whatsoever. I would never move around the holidays again. It was just really hectic. Thanksgiving, then you have Christmas, and then I was trying to pack up my apartment. I was also trying to do Designmas, which Designmas is like Vlogmas. And you know, just so much. This is how it curls. So it's curling really, you know, it's curling good, okay? It's just a lot that went on or whatever. So I was like really stressed, trying to like pack up all my stuff and move, and you know, just so much or whatever. My move date was supposed to be December 28th. That's when I actually picked up the keys to like my new place. And the company that I went with wasn't available on the 28th. They were only available on the 29th or whatever. So I set a move date for the 29th with Bellhop. I think it's like probably nationwide maybe, but it is a moving company, you know, within Charlotte, North Carolina, and they had like a lot of great reviews, like so many great reviews, almost like 5 stars. It was like 4 in the 4s, like I don't remember, but they had a lot of great reviews. And I was like, okay, this is who I'm going with, you know. They have great reviews or whatever. The process seemed very easy, blah, 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 blah. So I think probably the beginning of like December, once I really found out that I was like, okay, actually moving and blah, 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 I went ahead and, you know, booked them in the beginning of December. So it was almost like a month out. Just, you know, want to put that out there. So anyway, called them multiple times just to make sure they had all the equipment that they needed, put a deposit down. It wasn't that much. It was like $25. it was so much that happened before the move day just to ensure that, you know, this move was happening. All right, so boom, the 28th gets here. I come and I pick up the keys to my new place. You know, I take over some car carry things or whatever, and just drop them off, things that, you know, were like really, really valuable to me and I really didn't want the movers to like touch. And then, you know, just kind of get situated here. I also had like someone come and mount my TV that same day, probably a little bit after I moved in. Sorry. It was a very seamless process, especially like with, you know, COVID and everything going on or whatever. Everything was like really, really seamless. I didn't have to worry about signing like a lot of paperwork because that was sent to me virtually. All I did was just go over like this little welcome package. I got my keys and boom, that was it. That was really easy. It was just a great like easy process when moving in. And then I actually met the other people who were supposed to, you know, take the mounted TV down at my old place. I met them at my old place. That went well. And then they came back to my new place to mount my new TV. Not new TV, but they came back here to mount the TV here. That went well. So everything went well. I actually had a nail appointment that day, so I was able to stop and get me something to eat and then head to my nail appointment. So I was like, oh, yes, baby. Like, we got the movers coming tomorrow. Everything is just going well for me. Like, I am just here for it. Like, you know, okay, or whatever. Girl. So once I got back from my nail appointment or whatever, once I got back from my nail appointment, I was just kind of like finishing up some last minute things or whatever. I received a call from Bellhop, probably about, it was about 9:30 p.m. going on almost 10 p.m. sis. I really didn't know the number, so I didn't even worry about like answering it. And then they left a message, a voicemail, and it was basically saying they had like an issue with the move or whatever, and they wanted to know if I can like reschedule. I'm like, no. But anyway, moving forward, so I hurry up and I called them back with the quickness because I also received a voicemail, I received a text message, and then I also received a email or whatever. And I called them back with the quickness because I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I cannot believe this. Like, why would they call me at like 9:30 p.m. at night or whatever? I called back, the girl was like, yeah, it was me, you know, who called you or whatever. Like, we had an issue with one of the drivers. They couldn't get a U-Haul truck. So I was wondering if you can reschedule the move or if you can rent the U-Haul truck and, you know, put it in your name and get all the supplies and everything like that, and we'll reimburse you, and we'll still send you the labor. And I'm like instantly very much annoyed. Like, when I said annoyed, like, I was so upset, and I was like, no. You know, like, and they had like, so they sent like an email or whatever. Like, it sounds good, you know, when you think about, okay, like, you know, you're like, okay, I could just rent the U-Haul up, you know, and I still have the movers to help me move or whatever. But like, they had like a certain limit as far as like, you know, how much they'll rent the U-Haul for, and what else they had. It was like certain limitations or whatever, where it's just like, hell no, Bellhop. Like, I cannot even believe, like, I was so like taken back because I just cannot even believe that was happening at this time, like a few hours before the move. Like, I was supposed to move at 9 a.m. Like, my appointment with Bellhop, it was scheduled for 9 a.m. the next day, and you called me at 9:30, 10 p.m. to let me know that you can't complete my move because one of your drivers, whatever she said, like, one of her drivers could not, because one of the drivers cannot get a U-Haul. Like, what? So I was like, okay. And I always tell you guys this because I don't want people to think that I'm just like a bitch, because that's just definitely not who I am. I worked in customer service before. Like, literally all of my jobs have been like customer service driven, and also I have worked in call centers before. Even like while in high school, I had worked in a call center, so I understand how you, Oh, y'all, I'm just having a bad day. You know, like, so I really try to adjust how I speak to certain people, which is, it can get hard, you know what I mean? But I really try to adjust how I speak to certain, oh my God. There's no need to like be taking my frustration out on them or whatever. So I really just try to adjust in that way or whatever. And I think it's like what really got under my skin the most is just like the nonchalant kind of attitude, the, you know, we basically did all we can do, whatever, like type of thing. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, first of all, my move is at 9 a.m. the next day. Like, I had to be out of my place. I had to give them a notice that I will be out by the 31st. I really did not have any extra like wiggle room to reschedule my move. I had also got cleaners to come to the apartment to clean the empty apartment on the 30th at like 8 a.m. I could not push them back because they were booked. And I also scheduled a walkthrough with maintenance at my old apartment on the 30th at 12 p.m. And that was the only time they were available. The assistant manager messaged me and she was like, they're not available on the 31st. They'll be leaving early and then they're not gonna be in the office on the 1st or whatever. Anyway, so back to bellhop. So I was like, no, there's no other way that I can, you know, reschedule this move. I have to be out of this apartment tomorrow. She put me on hold for a long period of time, but she was like, let her see if she can do anything else and blah, 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 whatever. I was like, I don't understand. Like, it's really easy to get a U-Haul truck. Like, all you need is a license. I legit got a U-Haul truck like a week before they called me. It was so easy to like book online and fill out information. That was it. So how could they not get a U-Haul truck? She was like, U-Haul was like the last resort. Like, they went to other truck rentals and neither one of them could get. I was like, none of the drivers, mind you, it was 3 people that was supposed to be doing the move and not one of them could get a U-Haul truck or just a truck in general to move my stuff. She was like, I cannot discuss the reason why. Girl, I do not care. And I'm just like, I don't care what they got going on and why they can't get a U-Haul truck, but I am concerned about the company's hiring process, because why are you hiring someone who has, because there had to be something with their background, which like I didn't even know like they check your background at U-Haul or whatever, because like I said, like the process was so quick, so I really didn't know that they do that. Like, it must be like while you're going through the app, it must be like a soft background check. I don't know. You know, I honestly was going back and forth with them because like I said, you need to kind of make something happen. So upset because it's like, why did you not have all this planned out? Solidifying the truck, solidifying the team and X, Y, and Z before the move. Why was all this not planned out? You know what I mean? Like I said, I scheduled the move a month in advance and you call me the day before to tell me some type of shit like this. Like, that girl, when I tell you I was mad, I was so mad. Like, I was not having that. Like, that did not make any sense to me whatsoever. And I was not about to allow that shit to like fly. You know, we're going back and forth. Like, literally all she can do is just apologize because, you know, she's like, I'm sorry, this is just not supposed to happen like this. So all she does is like, all she could do is just like apologize. She's trying to get in contact with somebody else, but they closed at 11. Again, it's almost 10 o'clock, or at this point it is 10 o'clock or whatever. So she's trying to get in contact with other people, but she was like, her senior management won't be available till the next morning because they're all going home for today and they won't be available till like 8 o'clock the next morning. I'm like, well, god dang, my move is at 9. And I was like, okay, like, I was like, you're gonna have to make some shape. Like, that just doesn't make sense or whatever. So I think more so I was really mad at bellhop because I scheduled the move a month in advance and you call me a few hours before the move to tell me that there's something that went wrong with the move and you cannot solidify a truck, so you want me to reschedule, or you want me to pick up a U-Haul truck by myself and still pay for the labor, which should have just really been a one like fee. I shouldn't have to go, you know, through all of that or whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and get a truck and I had to drive the truck. That's another thing. Like, I had to rent one of those big trucks. I was like, I do not feel comfortable driving a 12-foot truck. Like what? I can barely drive my little 4-door car here in Charlotte. Like I'm a little country girl in the city. I have anxiety like whenever I'm driving like up here in the city. So you want me to drive this 12-foot truck? Like I know ma'am, no ham, no turkey. So, ooh, that eyebrows dark, girl. I would never go with bellhop again. I would never recommend bellhop. So just letting you guys know, if y'all had a great experience with bellhop, that's wonderful. I did not have a great experience with bellhop. I would never go with bellhop again. But like I stated, like they could have called me earlier that day. I was just really upset the fact that you waited the last minute to call me to tell me that you could not complete this move. Like you could have called me earlier that day and I could have at least been, because it's at 9-10 o'clock at night. Most places are closed. It's the holidays. New Year's is about to come up as well. There's no way like I can just get another moving company like that. You know what I mean? So you have to understand, I was so frustrated. So I immediately called my dad. He was mad. Like he was really mad because he was just like, that's just bad business, which it is. Like that is really bad business for you to sit here and cancel on someone. Not even a day in advance. It was just like a few hours in advance. It's a move. It's not like I'm setting up internet. Like it's a big move or whatever. Figure out like what my dad can do or whatnot and see if he can, you know, round up some cousins or something to help me, you know, move or whatever. Which again, like it's still the next day in a few hours at nighttime. So it's just like you can't be an inconvenience for someone, and then it's on a Tuesday, okay? Like people working, people got stuff to do, you know what I mean? So it's just like it was gonna be really hard, like if you get what I'm saying. He was just like, go ahead and rent the truck, not for them. He was like, don't even give them any type of business. He'd rather for me to rent the truck and like he drive it and we just, you know, complete the move on our own. You know, he was like, how much stuff you got? What are you like taking? Blah, blah, whatever. I don't know if y'all know or whatever, but I'm the only child. The girl got some muscles, okay? Like, I ain't got that. Like, back in the day, okay? Back in the day, like, I used to do a lot. Like, I used to do push-ups. And, like, you know, I know that sounds crazy, but, like, seriously, I used to be really, really strong back in the day or whatever because I was, like, a daddy's girl, and my dad, like, he worked a lot in the yard or whatever. And, honestly, he would have me doing, like, boy stuff, okay? And I didn't mind. Like, he would be out there, like, working in the yard. He used to take people's cars apart, put it back together. He used to paint cars, like, all of that. So I will always be outside, you know, just trying to do something, you know, working with tools or whatever. And because my dad, like, he's a busybody, like he loves like working on projects throughout the house or whatever. So he would like do certain little things and I would have to help him move like certain furniture and blah, 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 whatever. So I used to like get down and dirty, like back in the day, like back in the day, but literally back in the day when I was younger, like I used to move furniture with my dad, you know, everything. Like I was strong back then. He was like, shit, let's just do it ourselves. And I was like, I'm with it. Like I was like, I'm with it. I'm not no girl that's gonna be sitting here like I had these nails done, but whatever. Like I'm with it. I'm about to move. I'm about to, you know, do what I need to do or whatever. Even though I was like, we can do it ourselves. At the end of the day, my parents are older. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not talking about no 50 years old. Like I ain't gonna give their age. You know, they're up there. So with that being said, I really did not want them to help. Like my mom said she was gonna help, and I'm like, it's nothing that y'all can do, you know. Like I really did not want them to be moving and, you know, stressed out or whatever. Like I wanted this to be, you know, as seamless as possible or whatever. And, you know, like I said, my dad, he was gonna try and do anything he could anyway to help me, but that's not what I wanted or whatever. I literally got probably like 2 hours of sleep or whatever, but I was legit up all night trying to find a moving company, like a 24-hour moving company, somebody that can, you know, move me right then and there. I found this moving company, which is called Easy Movers here in Charlotte, and he answered the phone. This is at like 6 something in the morning, girl. He answered the phone. I had called and he didn't answer, and he called me like right back or whatever. It said it was like 24 hours, but he had called me like right back, and I was literally like asking him, like begging him, like, sir, is there something that you can do? And he wasn't able to get to me until like 4:30 p.m. He was an older man as well. He's been in the business for some time now. So I really appreciated his knowledge and how well he took care of like my items. I wasn't really like, you know, pressed about like the time or whatever, even though I was kind of pressed because I mean, sis, it's still money, okay? Like, it's still money. It's a black-owned company, which is, like I said, Easy Movers here in Charlotte. The customer service, the friendliness, just the expertise, like all of that just was like beyond amazing, beyond my expectation. And I was just so grateful. Like, I feel like, you know, things happen for a reason. I really believe that Bellhop wouldn't have been able to complete that job like efficiently and protect my stuff at the same time. It was meant for Bellhop to cancel on me, which that's what is, in my opinion, they canceled on me. But it was meant for Bellhop to go ahead and cancel on me, so I can go ahead and get with some professionals, some people who really will do my furniture like it should be done, okay? Period. So y'all know I had like this whole little issue with Spectrum or whatever. But yeah, so I had the whole issue with Spectrum. That was in one of my vlogs on how they wanted me like to pay the full amount for service, even though I was only going to be 5 days into the billing cycle. They wouldn't prorate the amount. They wanted me to pay the full amount as if I was using the service for the full month or whatnot. So anyway, I ended up canceling with them. I was supposed to turn their equipment in. Apparently they had like some date wrong. I told them one date, they had it wrong. Like, I think I had called them on the 29th. It was like $400 on my account because it was like unreturned equipment. And I'm just like, now what the hell? Like, Spectrum, I told y'all this is when I was gonna cancel, one. And then two, like, dang, you can't give me a grace period to go ahead and turn this equipment back in? Like, dang. It was like, you know, as long as I turn the equipment back in really quick, then they'll go ahead and take that off, So I went ahead, I turned their equipment back in. They're gonna tell me, they're gonna tell me that they're missing a modem. I said, all I have is a router. I was like, the modem was already set up in the apartment before I even got here. Like, what? And they were like, no, they have a modem attached to my account. They gave me the serial number. And they was like, I have to turn that modem back in. And I'm sitting here like, y'all, when I tell you, like, again, this happened all within the same week. And I'm just like, or within 24 hours, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I do not have a modem. I'm trying to tell them, like, the modem already came, you know, into the apartment. It was like literally zip tied and bolted to the wall or whatever. So I was like, it's already into the apartment, like And it was like, no, like, you have a modem. There's like loads of tickets out. There's back and forth calls between me and Spectrum because I'm just like, I legit do not have a modem. If I had a modem, I would turn that little modem back in. Like, who wants to pay $400 for, like, what am I gonna do with this modem for Spectrum? Like, I would turn that modem back in. I don't need that modem. They would not. Boy, they would not let up either. Like, I was like, so anyway, I had to cuss a few people out. Like I said, I didn't want to be that person, but you know, it is what it is. Because like, they were just like being so stupid. Like, I was on the phone for hours, like legit hours. And so I went ahead and I, like, you know, cut the zip ties from the modem. I took that modem out and I took it to the Spectrum people and they were like, this is not our modem. I was like, duh, like, I'm trying to tell y'all that, like, this is all I have. And like, you know, the Spectrum people, like, you know, they may be dealing with people like all the time, so they give you the least amount of energy. Like, they really did not care. And so I was like, okay, like, I know that this is not your modem, and that's what I've been trying to tell you. Like, I don't have your modem. Like, don't mind the edges, like, okay, or the baby hairs. Like, I'm gonna try and fix that. Like, I am not the best when it comes to I'm not the best, like, when it comes to like this. You can't trace the modem by its like IP address, you know what I mean? Like, I was just really confused, like, what was going on. Like, so anyway, the ticket is still out. It like got escalated and all this extra stuff, but it's my word against the like tech word. And what he scanned into the system. I think the tech was like very shady, and you know, he did some illegal stuff. All I know is that, like, I don't have their modem and they not letting up. They say I got the modem. And and there's like $400 right now on my account because, well, I turned the router in, so that took off like $60 or whatever. I'm like, y'all know them cost that much? Like, what? Girl, that was really it. I know this is a lot, but, and it wasn't like no juicy like story time or whatever, but it was just like how my move went, you know. I felt like, again, it was very much horrible. Like I said, the ticket is still out. I don't know what Spectrum gonna do. I want them to fix it because I really don't want to like pay $400 or whatever. Like, I really want them to do like an internal investigation on this person that came out to my place and installed my internet, because like, I don't know, like, girl, when I tell you I have so many calls to them, like I legit have so many calls, like so upset and like angry the whole time. But I mean, it's gotten to a point where it's just like, I mean, obviously I'm gonna try and fight it as much as possible because I know I did not receive a modem. But like, again, like I said, it's their word against mine, or excuse me, that tech word and what he scanned into the system against mine. So it's not really much I could do. And of course, I'm not gonna want it to go on my credit. So I'm gonna have to end up paying $400. If they don't come to a conclusion soon, like, I'm gonna have to end up paying like $400 for something that's not my fault. I just thought that was like so messed up, but regardless of that, like, it was just so much, like, and like I said, I don't want it to go on my credit, so I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. I paid a lot of money for the move, like a lot of money for my move or whatever. So it was way more than what I expected to pay. That was just an unexpected cost. And then turn around and I had to pay, like, you know, my final charges for the apartment. And then turn around and I had to pay rent, the prorated amount of rent here. And then we were going into the first, so I had to pay rent for the first here. You know, like, you could just see how much it's just adding up. And then Spectrum is now telling me that I didn't return their equipment, so they have $400 here on my account because of unreturned equipment. Like, you know, like, can't you just imagine like how frustrated I was? All that was a lot, like a lot.
What did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let.
Okay, y'all. So I have these little pieces right here and these pieces right here. I don't feel like fixing that, so we're not gonna fix it. And, you know, I know y'all know or whatever, but just pretend like you don't know. You know, minus the parts right here. I think this is a real nice wig. And again, it's from UNiceHair, 13x4 lace front. Cute. 26 inches, baby, 26 inches. All right, you guys, so this is the look. Okay. So we got the hair on. Zane, stop. What are we looking like? Milk, period. And that's on who? Mary had a little lamb, period. Okay, you know how I do. Okay, because one thing about me, your girl gonna dress, okay? No, but seriously, so I have this on here, which is, sorry if the lighting is bad, we're gonna get it together. It's a little nice little two-piece dress that I got from Shein. It actually has, like, you know, it's a spaghetti strap dress, and then it has like this little top here. It's like a cutout top. I have this bag that one of my supporters sent me. It's from Extra Baggage Company. I will try to link this down below so you guys can get this if you're interested, but it's kind of like this little snake print. And then once we step back on the girls, I don't know if you can see, but I have like these little boots on. Girl, I can't get my leg up. But I have these little boots on that I got from Miss Guided. They actually come, I don't know if you can see, but if I'm stepping all the way back, they actually come all the way up to my knees. Really nice, cute little look or whatever for the girls. All right, design squad, so that completes this video. Leave me comments down below, let me know your thoughts on this unit or whatever, or if you just want to chat with your girl about what I talked about today, you know, we can chat it up down below or whatever. But yes, again, this unit is from UNiceHair, so make sure you check the description box below. It will have all the links. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.